Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, May 4th. And we are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And finally, looks like we might get some action. As we are 6-day balance, we're still inside of it. But right now, 1.2 million already with 75 minutes to go. So volume picking up. Pre-market low in SPY. Talk about how mechanical this market is. 415.82, 22 cents above those single prints from April 23rd, from that trend day that is still held that we've talked about. Right here, those large set of single prints. We have another small one and then the lowest accepted price. We went out with a price probe last night to the downside. Downside price probes have not fared well over this past year, but right now it is firmly being accepted. Not only is the price probe being accepted, we're looking to gap lower. In fact, all three of these indices are looking to gap lower. Here are some key things to watch on some of these. So the triple Qs, 333.97. Keep an eye on that number. That's a weekly low. If you get any acceptance below there, you're going to start. The next big picture is 324.64. So that's a $9 move at some point that you could see to another weekly low on the downside in triple Qs. If you get acceptance below 333.97. Doesn't mean we just trade below it, but get acceptance. So keep that number in mind. IWM, same thing. If we get acceptance below 224.14, your next big level is the 215, 213 level. Again, $9 below. As you can see, look where they're trading. Triple Qs right around that low I told you about. Same with Russell. Look at us, SPY and ES, 416.30. If we take that out, we come into balance on the weekly. The monthly would be up. The weekly would come into balance. And the daily, depending on how much we stretch this, would either still be in balance or down. So some real critical things taking place here. If we do get acceptance below the 416.30 level, our next big level are the two weekly lows that are right near each other. $6 lower around the 410 level. So a lot of things coming into play this morning. So destinations right now for the upside. And it's incredible. Remember this 11 wide POC? It was an upside destination after the 30th, became a downside. Well, guess what? Right now it's becoming an upside destination again as we go back and forth through it. So upside destinations right now. If we gap lower, our first destination will be this 11 wide POC if we open below it at 417.44. That would be our first destination. In fact, that could be a good one to see if the gap holds. Above that, we have 417.67, which would be yesterday's low. Then we have 418.17, the price probe, ease low, and then our overnight high, 418.24. And then 418.64, 10 wide from yesterday. 419.27, the afternoon rally high. So if by some chance sellers fail for the 1,000th time for the past year and get acceptance back into yesterday's range, they have two things they'd have to do, buyers. One, close the gap. Two, get acceptance above the price probe. If you do that, you should go back to that 10 wide. Now, for the downside. I'm not going to even use yesterday's low right now. Well, you know what? I will. If we don't gap lower, 417.67. And then if we don't gap lower, obviously this POC becomes still a downside destination. Below there, we have 416.34 daily low, 416.30 last Tuesday's low, weekly low, bottom of the balance low, 415.82 overnight low as of right now. And then we have the single prints, 415.60 get filled at 414.47. 414.22 get filled at 20. They're both from the 23rd of April. 414.11, lowest accepted price. And then gets dicey. We have nothing to 412.79 daily low, 411.13 daily low, 410.59 weekly low, 410.20 weekly low. Please write these all down. I will not be giving them again if they don't get hit. So what is the game plan for this morning? Well, early this morning we were looking right below yesterday's low, which would have been a beautiful short opportunity to start the day because you would have had two things to lean on. Either the gap, which wasn't big at the time, and certainly the price probe, I absolutely would have taken a size short to see if we held it. Now things have changed dramatically because in the next 75 minutes, if we open near the balance low, I'm not going to look to take a short right away. Right? Everybody's going to be screaming balance rules, gap rules apply. You know how I feel about the gap. Right now, it's still just about $1. I don't mind that to take the short. The problem is we would be opening right at a 6-day balance low. And what have sellers shown over those 6 days at the low? Rejection, 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 right? They're going to have to prove to me. I'd rather miss a 50 cents to $1 on the downside below the balance low than to take the put play only to see it rejected again and get in my face. So, if in the next hour or so we open above the price probe, above the balance low, but below either yesterday's low and our price probe, I will still take the short play. And again, you have two outs to use, either M's low or E's low. That's 50 cents worth of heat. I would probably take that heat to see if sellers are going to finally at least try to take some control and get to the bottom of the balance. If, however, in the next hour we open right at the balance low, I'm going to watch. Can you take a long against the balance low? You probably could. You're going to have lower value. You're going to have a gap lower, but you could probably take it to see if the balance low holds the first time. If I was to do that, it would be a small play just to see if the balance low holds the first time. After A period, if we start one time framing down in B below that balance low, I will be looking for nothing but shorts until they prove they can get back into the balance. This is going to be a fluent situation. That's why having me on voice throughout the whole day, calling this day, showing these profiles being streamed live is so crucial for $30 a month, folks. Less than $1 a day. And then on the charts, I'm just going to show you the SPY weekly and daily. So here's the weekly. If we take out last week's low, firmly in balance, and then the next big target are those two weekly lows around the 410 level. And on the daily, attempting to come out of a 6-day balance to the downside. 20-day moving average is 414.12. That's not coincidentally right a penny above the lowest accepted price from April 23rd. So that would be an absolute magnet. If we get acceptance below this balance at some point, that should be a magnet for sellers to go test. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.